Hello. This is video number 5, and I was just thinking about all the people I'd been watching on YouTube and how fantastic everybody was, and just wish that I could name the names that of the people that actually did it. That I've seen that some people do name names, and it's very difficult to actually catch it, especially when their name isn't a simple name. So I'd like to acknowledge everybody who's done everything, because personally I'm not an original thinker, and unlike the Pink Floyd brick in the wall, I'm just sort of add in my little bit occasionally, and the same as everybody else. Though the thing that I was trying to do was actually do this find the center of a circle thing. So because there was this chap on a very nice chap who was sitting in a tree on YouTube, and he showed how to take your tin can lid and make sort of like arrowheads out of it, if you needed to survive. And I thought, well, I've been making some Stone Age tools and primitive tools and things, and that sounds a very good idea, because normally throw tin cans away. Never ever struck me that you could make a decent arrowhead out of a tin can lid. It's just amazing the things that go on. And anyway, the thing to do is to bend it in half and then break it on the half mark, and then bend that lot in half once it's bent in half. And it's after you've done it a few times, you realize, he actually said in the video, that it's important to do it quite neatly and almost exactly, and after you get used to doing it quite a few times, you can sort of gauge and get it quite accurate just by sight. Now, the thing is, though, if you were in a position in, say, in the bush, in the wild, or in a survival position, you might only have one tin can lid. And so you wouldn't want to sort of, mess it up, I suppose, if you only had the one when you hadn't done it before. And I've often had to try and find the center of a circle when doing things, making things. Like, I'm always sort of trying to make things and that. And there's various ways of getting the center of a circle. I've got one engineered block, which you just put it on here, put it onto the thing, and it's like that, and it gives you the center just straight away. There's various ways you can mark chords on there. There's another way that you can put a transverse across. Although I've forgotten what the transverse way is. With the chords, you put a chord across there and a chord across there, and then 90-degree angle in the middle and 90-degree angle in the middle there, and that's your center. Now, the 90-degree angle is normally fairly hard, but I just use a piece of paper. Yeah, sorry if it's going left and right and things. It's just like, this is a mirror. So this was a piece of what's the name, from a box that I had aspirin in, or ibuprofen, and I just cut it out. And so the cardboard part is to mark the actual thing, and this is to get your centers, your halves. So you take a chord, and the chord is a line that intersects both edges of the circle. Put that on there. Adjust it so that one side touches like this. You can see where I've marked it, and that side's touching there, and that side's touching there. And you bend the paper in half on your two sides, and then mark the middle. And when you get your pen, you mark a line there, mark a line on that side there, make a mark there, make a mark there where that is. Then, using your card, which will enable you to put that on. Jesus, everything's going back to front again. So you made your mark on that side and made your mark in the middle, and then draw your line across there. Do the same thing on this side here. Do the same thing on this side. Make your mark in the middle. It's not that one, is it? This one. Make your mark in the middle. Make a mark on the side. That side or that side. And then use your right angle bit of card. And I mean it's right angle because it's naturally, that's how it comes, right angled. Or you can use your paper, which is right angled. There's the paper gone there. So it's a natural right angle. And you can make your marks there with the paper. But the card here is just enables you to actually draw the line. And where the two cross is the middle, and one of them I'll just draw right across. Well, it's not very clear, that's what I mean, I need a bit of practice with this thing. And this is the camera from the video, so I mean this is the video camera on the computer, so it's when I'm putting this in front I'm actually blocking my own view, so what I need is to set my other camera up and take a thing. But I've got a pair of pliers here. So this sort of, where's it going to go? Which has a fairly wide jaw. These are my jewelry making pliers. Make a bit of jewelry. And clamp the edges. Make them smooth. And while I was doing this I was thinking, well, you know, the where's the other part? I've got this already but it all seems to have vanished. Right, here we are. This is where I've actually broken a piece in half, and you can see that that's showing maybe 90 degrees, and that's, so you've broken that part off, and now you can break that part off and bend it over like this using your pliers, you know, and I grip it in the middle here, and then you just work it backwards and forwards and it breaks. And then this is your finished arrowhead. Where's it gone? There we are. And okay, where's it gone? There. Anyway, the thing is, you stick it in your piece of wood and push it in, and it's sharp enough to go into the wood. So that's the wood. You push it and work it in, and it cuts its way in until it's about that deep. Then I take it out and I sharpen the edge so that the point is, it's pointed where it goes in there. then either break a piece here, these fins, break them a bit up, about that distance, and then bend over those things onto the shaft, those tags. And then I was thinking that these pieces here, when they're in that position, if you had one like that, and it would actually make a good little rocker, wouldn't it? And if you had another one like that, and you put a nail through the middles, just as a shaft, and clamp them round the nail, so that the two were sitting like that, and you had a source of water dripping down, it would rock. And if you attached a little crankshaft onto it, as it rocked, you could move something, a little air pump, little, I don't know, I mean, it just struck me, so I have to think about it. I was thinking you had a little motor, one of those tiny little motors which are in lots of things nowadays. You could actually generate a little current and possibly charge your mobile phone if you were on the, in the middle of nowhere. Well, of course, you need a whole lot of things like, little motor, for example, wires, stuff like that. But it's sort of something that I was thinking of for more primitive societies where they have a problem accessing the internet because of power, and you don't need much power to actually power these things nowadays. So if you scaled it up a bit and you used a generator from a motor car, or most of these third world countries still use jennies on the motor cars, but an alternator would do just as well, and provide power for it. You've got water there, and you can anyway. It's just sort of old. That's the first time I've found the centre of a circle on this, so it's a bit more difficult than I thought. Although I did think it would be difficult because of the way this whole thing works. Well, when I say the whole thing works, the whole way, I don't know how the whole thing works. This camera, this mirror image business, like suddenly the things seem to have a time lag. I don't know if that's going to be shown in the finished product, or it's just sort of all interesting. But, anyway, this is the fifth one, I think, so I'll stop here now, and